Loyola's come out on top 3-1. These two teams, as I mentioned before, have split the regular season series, taking care of business in their own home courts. So it's the third and final meeting between these two teams, and who will be our second piece to semifinal Saturday. Coming up, Brian Worrell's Braves getting set to take on the Ramblers. The coach, Rich Savosic, and John Rooney bring you Braves and Ramblers next.
People assume these photo shoots are easy.
Just like they assume they can't afford great insurance. But State Farm has rates that fit any budget.
Gorgeous.
What?
Can I get a profile?
All in the core.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Are you ready for this sports season? The licensed clinical experts at SSM Health Physical Therapy are. Don't let aches, pain, or an injury keep you from watching your favorite team compete or participating in your favorite activities. Trust our physical therapists to help you feel better, faster, and to get you back to the things you love. With many convenient locations throughout the community, SSM Health Physical Therapy is here to help you heal. To schedule an appointment today, go to ssmphysicaltherapy.com and experience the power of physical therapy.
It's more than an attraction. It's a destination.
Spend a day doing it all.
Can we go for a ride? That's amazing! So where's this?
It's all here at St. Louis Union Station.
Plan your visit at stlouisunionstation.com.
Hey, St. Louis and Metro East Illinois. During these difficult times, homeowners are still calling Woods Basement Systems to fix their failing foundations and wet basements. We need foremen and installers to help these families, so join our growing team. We offer year-round work, paid training, vacations and benefits, and opportunities for advancement. So join our team and help our family serve these homeowners in a safe and sensible manner. Go online to woodsbasementsystems.com/careers today.
The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by State Farm. For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. By Prairie Farms, farmer-owned, locally produced since 1938. And by Grinnell Mutual Insurance, trust in tomorrow.
Quarterfinal Friday continues at Arch Madness in St. Louis, Missouri. And welcome inside the Enterprise Center as we're courtside getting ready for the Bradley Braves and the Loyola Ramblers. Their third meeting of this season with each team winning. And it was Bradley having Loyola on the ropes the first time around, and then Bradley won the next time. Closed captioning for tonight's game made possible by College Hunks Hauling, Junk and Moving St. Louis, providing St. Louis stress-free moving and junk removal services. With Rich Savosic, I'm John Rooney. As we see this third meeting, what do you expect from Loyola coming off a rough overtime loss in a game where they had a high-scoring day but lost at UNI Saturday?
Well, John, it's a tale of two cities. Loyola, an experienced team with a young coach. Bradley, a young team with an experienced coach. Loyola got off to a great start. Won 11 of their first 13. Bradley had to find their way. They win 9 of their last 12. So you're talking about two teams who are playing their best basketball right now.
And for Bradley, Terry Roberts has made a big difference to this team. He can do so many things well. And on the other side, Lucas Williamson is some big star in the Valley as we highlight those two players for our game coming up.
It's taken a couple of years for Brian Wardle to find the right replacement for all conference Darryl Brown. It has been Terry Roberts. He led the conference in assists, over 4 assists a game, second in steals, and oh, by the way, he can make big shots. The game winner against UNI. And then how about the maturation and development of Lucas Williamson? Always a great defensive player of the year this year, but he has expanded his game, shot 42% from the three-point line, and made almost 3 threes a game and scored 29 in the finale against UNI.
Let's check out our keys to the game, a presentation of SSM Health Physical Therapy, the official physical therapy partner of the MVC and Arch Madness.
One of the keys is value possessions. Bradley averages almost 14 turnovers a game. They're going to have to cut it down if they want to win here this afternoon and help the helper. Loyola is so good at moving the basketball. You've got to get not only the initial help, but the secondary help as well. And for Loyola Chicago helping hands, they average almost 16 assists a game. Very, very unselfish. And then control the glass. They're facing a Bradley team that averages over 11 offensive rebounds a game. Control the glass and you win the game.
Before we get started, let's check in courtside with Tom Ackerman.
100%. Brian Wardle wants to win this rebounding battle. He knows it's going to be a physical game, and he wants those momentum-changing plays to go his way. Big rebounds. He just walked out on this floor, big smile on his face. There is a huge contingent of Bradley fans here, and he remarked how much different it is from a year ago. He loves the Enterprise Center atmosphere. He loves the energy, and he wants respect for his program. This is the youngest team in the Valley, Bradley. And with youth comes growing pains. They started off 1-4 in conference play. They went on that 7-1 run after that, including a win over these Loyola Ramblers.
And Brian Wardle's team won Arch Madness titles in 2019 and 2020. As we check out our lineups, brought to you by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Trust in tomorrow. And there they are for the Braves and for the Ramblers. And to me, I think an X factor for Bradley is Connor Hickman, the freshman. Guy who missed his senior season because of injury in high school, but he has burst on the scene in the Missouri Valley Conference. He's fun to watch right along with Terry Roberts.
It's so fun to watch freshmen develop through the course of the year. Only played once against Loyola due to injury, but scored 9 points against the Ramblers.
How about Braden Norris, though, for the Ramblers? There's an X factor who can do a number of things, and he's so good from the outside, but he's not afraid to hit the floor and go for the loose ball.
I would have argued for him to be on the all-conference team, a big shot maker.
We're set for basketball. Jerry Pollard will throw the ball up. He is assisted by Kip Kissinger and James Breeding. Officials assigned by the Valley, and it's Bradley. We're going to do it again. Bradley had the ball, but the whistle was blown by James Breeding. And the ball will go to Loyola. Williamson to inbound. The 6'4", 215-pound graduate from Chicago. Career high 29 points against UNI in the regular season finale. He had 27 against Illinois State and Drake during the regular season. And here we go. We hope you enjoy it. We finish up the afternoon session of quarterfinal Friday at Arch Madness in St. Louis. And this is Norris. We're going to see some defense today. And going backdoor, Uguak cannot score, and the ball goes to Bradley.
Active hands by the Braves broke up that pick and roll. It looked like Knight was going to have an easy basket.
Now in the front court, the Bradley Braves. And with rebound position, Knight follows off the glass, and it was almost tipped in by Leons. Almost.
That's how tough it is to score.
Roberts spinning, shooting under the rim. Williamson pushing the ball up the floor. Hall with the reverse. Tate Hall.
Spreading the floor and creating an opening. Don't stand. Don't go further out. Plant your foot. Go back door. Mast a good read and an easy basket. Seeing some good passing, John, here by both teams to start the game.
8-8 our score, and Bradley with the ball.
Are traumatic events that happen to us as children, yet can impact us for a lifetime. And I want you to know there are some resources that can help. Visit numberstory.org for tips on helping yourself and your children. Here it is. Look how cheap it is.
Be careful what you buy online. Counterfeit products are illegal and can cause damage to you, your property, and your wallet.
It looks real, but I don't have a good feeling about this.
No, get out! Get out! Go! Fakes cause real harm. Real products are tested for safety. Protect yourself.
You're smart, buy smart.
Go for real.
Go for real.
Go for real.
Leading in the first half here at Arch Madness, a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes, making 5 of the last 6 field goal attempts, leading Bradley 13-8. And let's check out our 2022 Arch Madness bracket, presented by State Farm. For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. UNI won the regular season championship, getting well, getting healthy, putting on a late run, moving on against Illinois State. And then we have our evening session coming up with Valparaiso, Missouri State, Drake, and Southern Illinois. That's going to be fun. And tomorrow, UNI is waiting for the winner of this game. You want to get hot, Rich, going into postseason. Over the last 2 games, Loyola has averaged 87 points, 55% from the field, 48% behind the three-point line, and 30 of 34 from the free throw line. That's getting ready for a postseason run.
That's getting sizzling hot. You're looking at, I think, perhaps the best 4 or 5 teams in a long time here in Valley Tournament play.
Roberts with the miss on the fadeaway. Tate Hall gets the ball into the hands of Braden Norris. Norris, redshirt junior from Hilliard, Ohio.
Son of a coach, plays like one.
Schwieger, number 13, is in the game. He has been terrific off the bench, along with Tom Welch, number 10. Swatted away, and the ball goes out of bounds and will belong to Loyola. They had some contact, but the ball will be in the Ramblers' hands with 8 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't know if you caught that. Norris tripped, fell down, and I love the fact that Terry Roberts goes over and picks him up. I hate it when I see a player walk away from the opponent who's laying on the ground. Kudos to Terry Roberts.
The feed goes low and goes off Tom Welch's hand, out of bounds. Bradley will take over with a 13-8 Loyola advantage in the first half in St. Louis.
Speaking of great sportsmanship, the last game of the season, Bradley's senior night, Deshaun Henry, who has not played due to concussions, Matt Loddick from Valparaiso agreed with Brian Wardle to foul him when he comes in the game so he could get his senior due. For a terrific player. Just an outstanding effort, sportsmanship by Matt Loddick of Valparaiso and Brian Wardle from Bradley.
A class move and a very moving moment on senior night.
It's what sets this league apart from other conferences in the country.
Long outside shot, rims out, and in the volley, Bradley comes away with it. Tate Hall couldn't get the long shot to go down. All the way into the baseline, and a whistle. Stops play at 13:54 left in the first half.
And the aforementioned Deshaun Henry. I hate it when a guy who's in their senior year gets hurt, doesn't get to finish his senior season. But
as good a player as Henry has been.
Just an outstanding young man. He'll be a great ambassador for the Bradley Braves.
The foul on Tom Welch, and Bradley will inbound. Number 5 is Mikey Howell, a graduate from San Diego, California. Into Hickman. That skims the rim. Here comes Kennedy. A lot of experience right there in Marquise Kennedy. Big walk out high. Schwieger averages 8.9 points a game, and he's on the scoreboard. Ryan Schwieger from Matthews, North Carolina.
Princeton transfer.
See how deliberately he held the ball, the fundamentals, the good dribbling into the lane that shows up from the Princeton program.
Are you saying that's an Ivy League thing?
And how about that play by Welch? And the layup for Williamson. Defense leads to the offense right there for the Ramblers, as it has been doing for so many years under Porter Moser and now Drew Valentine. And Valentine was a big part of that too.
He
under Porter
was. The lead recruiters. Terrific X and O coach. Son of a coach as well, Carlton Valentine.
Leons didn't have a passing lane, but gets the ball back. Near steal by Schwieger. Here's Howell. High off the glass. Mikey Howell. The first Bradley field goal since 17-15, and that's a three-point answer on the other end by Schwieger. Give him 5 off the bench. A 10-point lead now for Loyola. Kent scores. He hits the deck, tripping over Williamson. Kennedy on the move. Schwieger couldn't handle the pass. Just a little bit low, but here are the Ramblers, and we talked about what a good defensive team the Ramblers have been over the years.
Well, this is the Achilles heel for Bradley. Turnovers, averaging almost 14 a game, and when you make a mistake in the open court against Loyola, they're going to make you pay.
Williamson scoring there. He has 5 in the first half. And a 10-point lead with Bradley trying to cut into the Ramblers' lead with this possession. Here's Terry Roberts. Roberts has scored 4 in the first half. Inside, it's Mast getting a step and scoring. His first field goal of the day. That brings it 11:50 left in the first half.
Use of that left hand by Mast.
Uguak with the bullet pass for the corner. Schwieger, the one-hand pass out high from Norris. Norris in on Roberts, and a foul on Roberts. That's his first today. Bradley has committed 2 in the first half. We have a 2012 Loyola lead, and this is Arch Madness from St. Louis, Missouri.
What lies beyond today? Beyond ourselves? Beyond the fear of the unknown, beyond what we think of as limits. Compelled by curiosity, we look for answers. Fueled by community, we strive further. Whatever lies beyond, we were built to find it. Built by someone who knew that beyond is not a destination, but a lifetime of beginning the journey again and again.
Moving day has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving.
You are beautifully unique, unapologetically academic. You're not afraid to color outside the lines, and neither are we. Imagine yourself here in modern labs designed for 21st century students. Drake is a university with a vibrant capital city right next door, where you get a degree that gets employers' attention. This is Drake University, where you will stand out from day one. Learn more at drake.edu.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support. For life. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
In the open court, fast break points. Loyola has outscored Bradley 10-0, leading 20-12 in the first half. Today's specialty awards are presented by Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Rink Mass, a sophomore, made the most improved team in the Valley. Chris Knight on the all-newcomer team, a senior forward for Loyola, and the player of the year, A.J. Green in the Missouri Valley Conference, averaging 19 points and 3.5 rebounds a game. And Green's team has moved on to play in the next round.
John, when Coach Drew Valentine inserted Chris Knight into the starting lineup, it really changed the Ramblers during the conference season. They had been getting off to slow starts, and once he became a starter, those slow starts disappeared.
Williamson looking for a block. Way too strong, and off the glass. Knight couldn't clean it up. Bradley trying to cut into a 20-12 Loyola lead in the first half.
Come out of that Bradley timeout. Brian Wardle telling his team, settle down, relax, let it come to you.
Roberts bumped by Norris, and Norris is called for the foul. That's the first on Braden.
We talk so much about Drew Valentine being the youngest head coach in the country. That guy right there is Dan Hipsher, longtime head coach at Akron, at Texas Pan American, a longtime family friend. And when Drew Valentine got the head coaching job here, he brought Dan on as a special advisor to the head coach. A lot of knowledge from Dan Hitcher, longtime assistant himself for Don Donaher at the University of Dayton.
Tavanainen with the ball now with Bradley. Here's Roberts stepping up, fanning it off for Hickman, shooting a three, and that bumps short. Mast with the offensive rebound. But he lost the ball to Williamson. Uguar. Kennedy now on the wing. Roberts is with Kennedy. Hall tried to dump it low, but Roberts got in the way. Out of bounds off Bradley with 18 on the shot clock. Well, here's our defensive player of the year in the Valley.
Mast doing what he does best, offensive rebounds, and then Lucas Williamson. This is so sneaky. Came right behind him.
Well, you want to hold the ball up there, I'll take it. And that's what he did.
Almost 3 steals a game for the young man from Chicago.
Kennedy at the point now for Loyola. Looking to add to the Ramblers' lead, and he didn't quite have enough on that ball, trying to lift it to the glass. Mast ahead of Tavanainen. Mast with the ball fake. He's going to take it on in, spin, and score! Whoa! 4 for Rick Mast.
Special delivery from the Netherlands.
Kennedy lets his team get into the offense.
It's fun to watch a guy like Rick Mast grow over the last couple of years.
He had to sit out a season because of injury not long ago. But he is well and running now. And that's a three-point attempt that rattles out for Williamson. The follow no good for Knight. Kennedy steps up and scores. Marquise Kennedy with the basket. Kennedy getting into the game after missing 8. He was an all MVC, 2-time bench performer. Fighting injuries, but getting back into action here in March Madness. And they shot for 3, 1 goal for Tavanainen. Loyola with a 22-14 advantage and the ball with Tate Hall, graduate from Greenfield, Indiana. Williamson, he got into too much traffic underneath. Leons runs the floor now for the Braves. Tavanainen, short. Uguar. He's looking for a little help and gets that from Marquise Kennedy.
2 good looks by Tavanainen. He doesn't normally miss those.
Uguar now, the front man. Knight looking low. Knight into heavy traffic. Loose ball. There's Hall. 5 on the shot clock. Kennedy with 3 on the shot clock. Loose ball, and here comes Bradley. Howell. He brings the ball back out front. From the corner. No good for Leons. Howell, good hands. Williamson got a hand on the ball, but Howell saved the possession for Bradley.
Mast kept that one alive, going to the offensive glass.
Hickman all the way in. Mast looking for an offensive rebound, but there's Williamson for the Loyola Ramblers. Kennedy will slow the pace some. Under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Loyola with 22 points on the board. Hall with the bounce pass to a cutting Williamson, spinning. Hook pass. Uguar, a 3-ball. Uguar has 4 in the first half. And he shoots 37% behind the arc.
Another young man transferred in from New Mexico who really has improved his 3-point shooting. And, you know, you look at these 2 teams, they're both good defensive teams. They get it done differently.
Hall had to adjust the shot as he met some resistance by Chris Knight getting close to the basket. But here's Uguar. They find him open, and he's all bottoms with that shot. Loyola leads 25-14.
Assuming all NBA players want rings. It's like assuming State Farm doesn't have great rates.
Why do we have coasters if nobody's gonna use them?
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
There is a difference between an idea and an idea made real. At UE, we rise boldly to the challenge of making a difference and also dream big about solving the problems of today to better our world for tomorrow. We join together, knowing that side by side, we can truly make a difference. It's what makes us change makers. We step in, we stand out, and we reimagine everything. And it all starts here at the University of Evansville. Come change the world with us.
It begins here with the 32nd chapter of Arch Madness in downtown St. Louis. Stay with your team at its assigned hotel and experience the madness as 10 Missouri Valley Conference schools look to capture the league's automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Conveniently located near attractions like the Gateway Arch, the City Museum, and Ballpark Village, cited the MVC Fan Hangout, team properties, plus the tournament headquarters at Union Station and other Arch Madness hotels offer valley rates to fans wishing to follow their schools all the way to the MVC Championship crown. Book rooms at these properties for Arch Madness or for your next trip to St. Louis by calling 1-800-916-0041 or visit ExploreStLouis.com.
Well, Loyola fans are having a good time in St. Louis, off to a 25-14 start. The Ramblers lead the Braves here, quarterfinal Friday at Arch Madness in St. Louis, Missouri. MVC student athletes are positively impacting the communities where they live by sharing views and fostering a climate for change for future Valley pioneers. To learn more about mobilizing voices for change, visit MVC-sports.com/OneValley. With Rich Zavosik, I'm John Rooney, as we bring you the Bradley Braves and the Loyola Ramblers. And wouldn't be a Loyola game without Sister Jean, would it?
It certainly wouldn't. She has the power of prayer trying to help these Ramblers. I always loved her pregame invocation where she prayed that the officials would do well, and obviously better for Loyola, but nevertheless a fair game.
It's good to have her here in St. Louis. Bradley with the ball after the break. And number 3 is Zeke Montgomery. Roberts with the ball. He wears number 0. And ball loose. Roberts, though, gets it back off the glass. 1 on the shot clock. And that is a shot clock violation. The ball didn't touch the rim.
Almost made something out of nothing. But that's kind of the tail of the tape here early. Loyola 4 of 8 from the 3, while Bradley's still searching out for their first 3-point basket.
Here's Braden Norris. Ryan Schwieger. The pass for the baseline, and we have a hold. And that's called against Jason Kent.
They're going to call him for pass interference, but I got to tell you, John, I looked at that. I don't think that's a catchable ball. I don't care that he touched him or not. There's no way he was catching that. Watch the backswing. Well, you know what? That was a hold. He wrapped his arms. Yes, I got to agree with the official, begrudgingly.
That's why it wasn't a catchable ball. Inbounds pass and a foul. Welch taking the pass quickly from Hall. And Loyola will have a chance to shoot 2 free throws here with 6:50 left in the first half.
It's a terrific read by Welch on the cut.
Boya committing the foul. Ari Boya, a senior from Cameroon. 92 career block shots for Boya, but he committed a foul there. And there's the kind roll for Tom Welch, a junior from Naperville, Illinois. This shot's in play. It's 6:50 left in the first half.
Welch, one of those 3 guys who plays in the post. Knight, Welch, Hudson. Each guy gives a different look to this Loyola offense.
Oh, Roberts' quickness. Ball pass to the corner. Shot for 3. Count it! A 3-ball from Mikey Howell off the Roberts assist. Welch all the way in. He found some room and made it pay off. 4 for Welch.
Boya didn't give him enough cushion. The quicker guy, you got to give him a step off.
Williams all the way in, and he's fouled. The second on Welch. 3 fouls on Loyola.
That's Terry Roberts going to go baseline, very Darryl Brown-esque as he draws the defense, kicks it to Mikey Howell. The lefty drills it.
Malavi Leons at the free throw line. He has 3 in the first half. An 83% shooter from the foul line.
Mikey Howell, grad transfer from UC San Diego. UC San Diego, a team that is in their transition year into Division I, thus ineligible for the NCAA tournament. He wanted a shot at it one more time before he graduated.
4 points for Leons. Mass back in, and Boya goes over to the bench. They have Boya in the game for very short spurts. He has had leg injuries in the past. In fact, this is the first season he has been able to play in the Missouri Valley games because he has had injuries to both legs. So Mast is back in there on the defensive end now for Bradley, and on offense here's Williamson with the handoff for Schwieger. 10 on the shot clock. Hall steps up, goes low, and the shot is blocked as Knight tried to score. A foul is called against Bradley. Rick Mast with his first. This puts Chris Knight on the line.
John, we talked about it earlier. Both teams very good defensively. Loyola is a team that wants to pressure you, take away the first pass, take away that guard to wing pass. Meanwhile, Bradley is more of a pack line type defense. Pack it in. You can see, even though there was a foul called on that last possession, everybody converges on the ball once it has gotten inside.
2 free throws for Knight. He has 6 in the first half for the Ramblers, who have pushed their lead to 31-19. There's Roberts. Looks like a takedown by Williamson unmasked, but with the contact, no whistle. Hall asks for the corner, shot for 3, and it rattles in. Schwieger with another 3-ball, his second of the game. He has 8 points in the first half. Biggest lead for Loyola, and a 3-ball there for Bradley.
That's Matt's spot, top of the key.
7 for him in the first half. Mast with the rebound. Roberts running into Norris. Howell with the ball fake. Williamson stays with him. The lob for Mast. And the shovel pass is tapped out of bounds. But for a moment, like Leons might have an easy shot inside.
Loyola lives off the extra pass. They Tate Hall moves it to Schwieger. Gets the kind bounce. You can see why this team averages over 15 assists a game.
And a breakaway for Williamson and the dunk. The ball simply got away from the Braves, and Williamson, an uncontested dunk, giving Loyola a 36-22 advantage. Roberts is bumped by Williamson, the first foul, and the defensive player of the year in the Valley.
Don't be surprised, John, over the next couple of possessions if you don't see Brian Wardle just put the ball in Terry Roberts' hands, clear it out, and try and let him create either for himself or his teammates.
Here's Roberts now at the point. Leons. 4 on the shot clock. Hickman spinning, shooting, short. Line drive rebound for Tate Hall. Hall taking the flip from Norris. And with the bump, offensive foul. First foul on Hall. And we're going to break with 3:56 left in the first half. Loyola's game here in the first half, leading 36-22.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before. or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
At Illinois State University, our legacy is one of preparing students to create, to explore, to lead, to make an impact. Our students graduate on time, find success in their field, and make a difference in the world. That's our legacy. What will yours be? Create your legacy at Illinois State University.
Good morning to you. I'm Michelle Rutherford.
And I'm Patrick Fazio. Let's get right over to that good news.
To help you understand COVID boosters, we're going to take a look at the latest data coming in right now.
We should see several days worth of snow. Here's a look at the expected snowfall totals.
Alicia, these drive times are heading up there, so you need to leave now.
This morning, a debate over education reform in Illinois schools.
Okay, that right there is why I love Chicago.
No better place to call home.
What if you had to choose between fixing the roof over your head and putting food on the table? What if that leak led to mold growing in your home? What if you no longer had a safe place to call home? Help Rebuilding Together make repairs for our neighbors who have lost jobs and have to make those difficult choices. Visit rebuildingtogether.org.
Tournament 36-22 Loyola in the first half. We invite you to stay tuned for our halftime report with Scott Warren, sponsored by State Farm Insurance, a proud partner of Missouri Valley Conference basketball. For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And there's your lineup for Scott's halftime report. We'll hear from Tom Ackerman right at the end of the first half. And a lot more basketball coming up. 2 more games on the docket for quarterfinal Friday, beginning at 6 o'clock tonight. Valpo and Missouri State, then Drake and Southern Illinois.
Should be an interesting evening. Valparaiso looks like they're healthy after yesterday's win. Kithier is a big impact for them, but Missouri State Bears, a couple of first-teamers, Isaiah Mosley, Gage Prim. Then the nightcap is going to be very tasty. Only 4 points separated those two teams during the conference regular season.
There's Mast for Leons. Roberts with 4 points, and those 4 came early in the first half. Rink Mast with the left hand, too strong off the glass, gets the offensive rebound, fanning it out to Roberts. Roberts steps up, Mast for 3 from the corner. And that's off the rim for Braden Norris of Loyola.
Roberts set Mast up with a good-looking wide-open shot.
Uguat in the lane, and a foul as Hall tried to score. Uguat was just waiting for Hall to cut to the basket.
All of a sudden, Bradley's going to try and pressure and take away a pass. Tate Hall reads it correctly.
And Connor Hickman fouled him, putting him on the line.
And all of a sudden, Uguat. Nice pass.
All net on the first one. 21 out of 26 from the free throw line for Tate Hall this season. He has 3 points in the first half. At Bradley in February, he scored 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 for 3 from the field. Short this time, and there is Mast with the rebound. Mast averaged 10.5 rebounds in the 2 games during the regular season against Loyola. He has 7 so far today. Roberts looking inside. The bullet pass inside, and the score for Tavanainen. Tavanainen's first field goal comes inside 3 minutes left in the first half. Swigger guarded by Tavanainen. Norris with the ball out front. Wasn't anything near the basket, so it came back out. Hall. Too long. And a foul. We have a push.
Take a look at Terry Roberts. He's going to draw the defense with back-cutting Tavanainen. I'd love to see that rebound foul again. I think that was terrific acting by Ugwak. There's no way Tavanainen could have pushed him that hard. But a good sales job by the senior.
Well, Bradley is at 7 fouls. Ugwak on the line here. 1 for 2 so far in this game, and 2 for 3. .229 left in the first half. 38-24 Loyola. Big deep breath for Ugwak. He has 6 in the first half. Now 39-24. Bradley looking to cut into that with Terry Roberts, junior from North Amityville, New York.
One man played his high school basketball in Brooklyn at Lincoln High School for Coach Tiny Morton, legendary Brooklyn coach.
And the pass from Mast intercepted by Tate Hall. Norris. He is tripped up and fouled. And that goes against Tavanainen in his second. That's Norris going to the line, shooting 1-and-1. In Arch Madness games here, this is his 4th, Braden Norris, but in the first 3 he's averaging 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he scored 20 against Drake in the MVC title game last year. Norris looks for his 4th point today, and he'll be there again looking for number 5. One more here with inside 2 minutes to go in the half.
We watched the first game today where UNI, the regular season champion, dispatched of Illinois State in workmanlike fashion. Loyola has done the same here in the first half.
Montgomery goes to the corner. Mikey Howell. Here's Roberts. Howell from the corner, and that's off the backhand. In the volley, it's won by Norris of Loyola. Williamson to the baseline. He'll bring it back out for Hall. Marquise Kennedy. 12 on the shot clock. Norris on the fadeaway. Count it. 6 for Norris. It's like he set him up for that play.
Braden Norris showing everything. Kennedy.
Great anticipation. Kennedy with the steal and the dunk. 4 for Kennedy. And a timeout. Timeout Bradley with 54.2 seconds to go in the first half. 44-24 Ramblers.
Take a look at the last couple of possessions ignited by guard play. Braden Norris backs him in, the fadeaway. And then Marquise Kennedy, the steal, the slam. I know I speak for a lot of Loyola fans. It's good to see Kennedy back on the court, playing hard, looking healthy. He adds a totally different dimension to this Loyola team.
Helping Loyola to a 7-0 run over the last minute 36 seconds. When the MVC TV network crews travel to campuses that considers these properties home, these hotels consistently support the conference and its 10 member institutions. Please call or visit the websites of these properties for making plans to follow your favorite team away from home in the Valley.
Some terrific partners, John. We stayed at that DoubleTree in Springfield. I love the warm cookies. Always a treat when you get off the road.
And those are always great hotels. We usually check in and then go right to the arena.
Cookie in hand.
Bradley with the ball. A rough first half for the Braves. Mast trying to get inside, and he was bumped one too many times by Chris Knight. Knight with his first foul. That's 6 on Loyola.
That's one of those tough calls for an official, because you got an offensive guy who's trying to dislodge the defender trying to do the same.
Hickman steps up. That's a call, Rich, that they're trying to become a little more uniform with, that bumping inside. And that goes out of bounds off Uguak. 10 seconds on the shot clock here for the Braves.
And to your point, much like the block charge, I don't think they'll ever get it uniform. Too many variables involved.
Mikey Howell inbound. The lob pass for Hickman. Hickman will take the shot and make it. That's a 3 for Connor Hickman. He has 5.
Freshman has been one of the few bright spots offensively in the first half for Bradley.
10 seconds left in the half. Kennedy against the zone. Motioning for Williamson to come out. 4 seconds.
Going for the first time. We'll see how it works.
Short on Hall's shot at the horn. And we played a half. A very impressive first half for Loyola, leading 44-27 over the Bradley Braves. And we'll take our break, going to halftime. We have our State Farm halftime report coming up with Scott Warman. But well played first half. Loyola shooting well from the outside, playing great defense, scoring on breakaway plays. They have an impressive first half lead. Stay tuned for the State Farm halftime report.
What can you do in a moment? Check in with your checking account without missing a step. Or deposit a birthday check without ever having to leave the party. You can send some money and chip in on a gift that'll make everyone's night. Or just turn your debit card off when it gets lost in all the excitement. Wherever you're headed, with Great Southern Bank's mobile app in your pocket, you can make the most of your money and every moment. Get started today at greatsouthernbank.com/mobile. Member FDIC.
Loyola University Chicago, sharpening minds through justice and faith. We champion humanity, humility, and heart, crafting a sustainable future with lessons that transcend the classroom walls. It's by trailblazing from today's troubles that we advance our tomorrow. No action too big or too small in creating the world we wish to see. Set change in motion. Your calling starts now.
Auto ride.
The gorgeous day outside in downtown St. Louis and inside the Enterprise Center. It's game 2 of quarterfinal Friday. As you see, the 4th seed up 44-27 as we open up our halftime report. Brought to you by State Farm, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Visit statefarm.com or talk to your local agent to get your own surprisingly great rate on car insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today. Why don't we take a look at our first half highlights? It is made possible by Live by Lowe's in St. Louis. And Loyola Ramblers, the defending champions, taking on the Bradley Braves, who, by the way, won the last 2 championships before last season. And Rick Mass having a sensational sophomore season and a terrific first half for the big guys. He had not only 7 points, but also 9 rebounds. But when you think about the Ramblers, you think about this guy, Lucas Williams. As Lucas had 3 dimes, 3 steals. There's one of those 3 steals. And, of course, going in for the flush here, had 7 points in the opening half for the Loyola Ramblers. And if you want to experience laid-back luxury in the heart of downtown St. Louis, adjacent to Ballpark Village, visit Lowe'sHotels.com/St. Louis. That's LOEWS Hotels.com/St. Louis to book your hotel room today. Well, the interesting part of this game headed for the Loyola Ramblers, and not only Mitch, but John had pointed it out as well, as you think about the Ramblers' tough loss in a great battle last Saturday to lose the regular season championship. But not only did they wind up going from first to second, no, they went from first to a 4th seed. So how do the guys, resound, bounce back after such a tough loss and going to a 4th seed? Well, this is a veteran-laden club and 2 of the best defenses going in this second game of quarterfinal Friday. But we're seeing the smothering defense of the Loyola Ramblers taking charge in the opening 20 minutes of play. It's been really impressive. They've also been very impressive as far as the offense is concerned. Not only Lucas Williamson, but they're shooting over 50% from the field, and fast break points are huge in this opening half. A 15-0 lead for Loyola with the transition game for the Ramblers in the opening half of play here in our game 2 of quarterfinal Friday of Arch Madness, and hence the big lead, which was up to as many as 20 points for the Ramblers in the opening half of play. Right now they have a 17-point lead over Bradley. Of course, the winner of this one will take on Northern Iowa. Of course, the Cats winners in our first game of quarterfinal Friday, as they knocked off Illinois State to move into semifinal Saturday action. Of course, remember, we got 2 games coming up later on this evening as we continue with our coverage of quarterfinal Friday. Ramblers up 44-27. More of our State Farm halftime report when we come back to the Enterprise Center.
This world is full of opportunities. Chances, dares, windows that open to greatness for tomorrow's workforce. It all matters. The future is coming. Tomorrow's leaders are ready to make their statement today. Who are they? Here come the Bears.
Arch Madness tips off March 3rd through 6th in St. Louis, and the MVC Fan Hangout is back at Ballpark Village. The MVC Fan Hangout is the place to celebrate before and after all games at Enterprise Center and Ballpark Village, including newly opened Sports and Social, featuring restaurants, entertainment, and everything Arch Madness. The fun starts 2 hours before the first game every day of the tournament. For more information, visit archmadness.com. We'll see you there.
I wasn't sure what to expect. College is a huge step for anyone. But you have to put yourself out there a little. Because that's how you grow. And here, it's how we help each other grow. When you're supported and encouraged to dream big, there's no limit to what you can achieve.
Time, baby, and you're just lying there watching on the couch? That's not gonna cut it. You need to get in the game with BetRivers Sportsbook. There you go. Now you're live in the action. Live in-game bets, live player props, and live instant betting.
What happened here?
Don't just watch the game. Get in the game with BetRivers Sportsbook.
17-point lead for the Ramblers at the Brayton Game 2 of quarterfinal Friday as we continue with our halftime report, brought to you by State Farm, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Visit statefarm.com or talk to your local agent to get your own surprisingly great rate on car insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and get your quote today. All right, folks, hardware handed out this week before the tournament, and it's the 2021-22 All-Missouri Valley Conference selection. Visit today at ExploreSt.Louis.com, and we're seeing a pair of the members of the all-newcomer team of the Missouri Valley Conference in 2021-22. As we mentioned earlier, Terry Roberts, just a fantastic first season in Peoria for Brian Wardle's Bradley Braves. He's the newcomer of the year, followed by Chris Knight. Sensational season for him, playing up in Chicago for the Ramblers. Kobe King of the Valparaiso Beacons. Cameron Henry, outstanding season for Coach Josh Schertz as he moves over with Coach Schertz from Lincoln Memorial, and Tucker DeVries, top freshman in the Missouri Valley Conference. Well, when you think of the Ramblers, you think of defense, obviously because of Lucas Williamson, the defensive MVP in the Missouri Valley Conference, along with his teammate, I hear Ugwak. And of course, Ugwak showing his range from beyond three again today for the Loyola Ramblers. Lance Jones, fantastic junior guard for Illinois, along with Donovan Clay, the transfer from Valpo to Missouri State. And DJ Wilkins, the senior guard, unfortunately suffers an injury, and he is out for the season. More of our State Farm halftime report from downtown St. Louis as we continue with our quarterfinal Friday coverage.
People overlook the Midwest, but the Lou represents.
St. Louis is happening.
It's a great destination on its own.
We got music,
Forest Park,
Sports,
the history,
Botanical Gardens,
we got food,
great museums and attractions.
I like roller coasters.
You have to hit up the zoo, one of the top zoos in the country.
St. Louis has it all from A to Z.
I don't know if it's a well-kept secret or not, but it seems like one.
This is not a game. We're part-time in your uncle's shop, and it's bigger than any state championship. It's nothing like fireworks on the 4th of July, 2-a-days with your varsity football team, or the first time you stayed out all night. Out here, it's not where the sea takes you, but who it makes you. Get up to a $40,000 bonus when you start today.
What if you could use retirement accounts to invest in crypto? With iTrust Capital, you can. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in your favorite crypto assets 24/7 with the tax benefits of an IRA. So instead of paying taxes on your crypto gains every year, you can defer taxes till you retire using an iTrust IRA. Or with an iTrust Roth IRA, you can withdraw tax-free at retirement because you're in this for the long haul. Start investing today at itrustcapital.com.
Let's make a toast to doing more this spring. Actually, let's make two. Introducing creamy hummus and savory avocado toasts. Topped with oven-roasted tomatoes, vine-ripened, and perfectly seasoned. Now you have 2 more delicious reasons to do your thing this spring. America runs on Dunkin'.
Prize Center, home again to Arch Madness 2022 as we continue with our State Farm halftime report. State Farm, proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. Visit statefarm.com or talk to your local agent to get your own surprisingly great rate on car insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today. All right, gang, let's take a look at our first half stats. A production of Union Station, St. Louis, the home of attractions like the St. Louis Aquarium and the St. Louis Wheel. You can do it all at Union Station. To see where it takes you, visit stlouisunionstation.com. There's that 54% from the field, 5 of 11 from beyond the arc for the Ramblers. And we just mentioned those fast break points, 15-0 lead for the Ramblers, hence the 17-point lead. And we always talk about Ramblers. You think about them, a lot of guys coming back. So much depth on Coach Valentine's team as they had 16 points from their bench. Coming up, Voice of the Valley, John Wren, as well as the coach, Rich Savosic, bring you the second half when we return.
What drives us? Is it the breath of discovery? Maybe it's a spark to create, a dash of spirit, or a ripple of hope. There's a bright future on the road ahead. Imagine yours at Southern Illinois University.
You know, this generation really wants, they want it to be equal. They expect it to be equal. And I think, you know, women from my generation, where we're just so happy that there's youth sports and high school sports for us, I think it's just a mind shift of, you're right, it's not enough just to have a sport, but to be treated fairly and be treated equal. And all the work that our student athletes put in is equal to the men.
At Valpo, from first hello, it's let's go. This is your running start. Lead, serve, solve, Go beyond. You're ready. You've got this. Inspiration, motivation, collaboration. Dream. Valparaiso University. Build the world you want to live in.
My name is Lolly, and I'm a franchisee with Domino's. Growing up, I always loved Domino's, but I never imagined I'd own my own store. I started working part-time at 17 and worked my way up to owning and operating 2 stores by 27. Promotions can happen quickly if you work hard and learn the business. Like me, 95% of our franchisees started out as delivery drivers or store employees. If you want to make money and have fun while doing it, you won't find a better opportunity than your local Domino's. Apply today, and maybe someday you'll also own a Domino's.
The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament is brought to you by State Farm. For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. By Prairie Farms, farmer-owned, locally produced since 1938. And by Grinnell Mutual Insurance, trust in tomorrow.
Loyola is 14-1 this season, leading at the half, and Bradley is 2-10 when trailing at the half. 44-27. Loyola leading Bradley here in Arch Madness with Rich Zavosik. I'm John Rooney. Rich, you're in that locker room with Bradley. What do you tell the Braves after they were stunned in the first half by Loyola?
I think the biggest point of emphasis is just calm down, relax. They are too rushed in their offense at times. Just peck away one at a time. Single, single, single score. That's how you get back in this game. And if you're Loyola, you're saying, hey, no points off of offensive rebounds in that first half. Let's keep up that effort.
And the only loss for Loyola when leading at the halftime was to Michigan State, leading 28-23 at halftime, but fell to the Spartans, and Rich Zavosik called that before John Eckert, our statistician, could get the official word for us. He's our version of the great Karnak.
It was a pretty good guess. It was a close loss. Almost a major upset for Loyola in that game. And it's part of the reason they have the best net ranking of any team in the Missouri Valley.
7 on the shot clock. A shot for 3 off the back iron. And we have a foul. The foul was on Norris, his second. So 20 on the shot clock now. Mass with the handoff for Terry Roberts. Jones backing in. Hickman. 7 on the shot clock. Roberts shooting over Williamson, short. Norris for Hall running the floor, and contact was made. Hall is fouled on the breakaway, and the foul is on Hickman, his second. The only place to celebrate before and after all the Arch Madness action is at the MVC Fan Hangout. The MVC Fan Hangout is at Ballpark Village. For all you need to know about the Hangout, download the Arch Madness app right now to get all the information, and you'll see Rich Zavosik there.
I love the Fan Hangout. I was there last night after the games. It is a great time. We were talking, will you and I win easily today? Who wins, Loyola, Bradley? Oh, I love it. John, you take a look at this Loyola lineup. The 5 guys on the floor. Lucas Williamson, the only guy who came as a freshman. The other 4 transfers. Drew Valentine and Porter Moser was here. Did a great job of evaluating transfers and who will fit into their system to try and build this program.
Hickman looking for an opening. Doesn't have one. There's Mast with the jumper off the glass, and Hall up also big and strong on the rebound. Bugwalk at the three-point line, and Norris will bring it back out front as Roberts guards him. Tate Hall inside for Knight, knocked out of bounds with 12 on the shot clock.
Tate Hall threw a bullet in there. Looked like a left-handed pitcher the way it came into Knight. Fortunate that Mast actually blocked it out of bounds.
Now inside 10 on the shot clock. Williamson shooting for 3, and it rattles in and out. Jason Kemp to Roberts in the front court. Roberts dumping it off. I don't know how they kept that possession alive, but it worked for the Braves as Roberts scores. He has 6. Williamson. He's looking for some help. He just avoided a turnover with that pass.
Ryan Wardle wanted a 5-second count.
Williamson on the fader. Mast. A good position inside Chris Knight. Roberts. Oh, to Mast, who is all alone under the basket. Back to Loyola. Ryan Schwieger, number 13, into the game, along with number 12, Marquise Kennedy for Loyola.
The right idea by Roberts, but in a situation like that, just throw it up towards the rim. You got a big elephant running down the middle of the lane. Just throw it up nice and easy.
Tavanainen back in, and Hickman will get a breather for the Bradley Braves. And the Braves set up defensively for Braden Norris coming to the front court. Knight checked by Mast. Here's Hall. Kennedy drives, and he's fouled. Kennedy had just enough of an opening to get to the basket, and will shoot 2 shots. Third foul on Tavanainen, by the way.
This is the difference that Kennedy gives you. You look at the players out there now. Schwieger, 3-point shooter. Norris, 3-point shooter. Tate Hall, 3-point shooter. Kennedy is the driver. He gets open lanes because defenders do not want to leave shooters. And Kennedy very good at beating his man off the dribble.
And he goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and the ball goes to Bradley. But how about the addition of Kennedy here for postseason play? An experienced player like that, they have some depth anyway, Rich, but now they have a lot more with Kennedy, the junior from Chicago.
Kudos to the trainer at Loyola.
After the block shot, Loyola's ball, Schwieger in the backcourt. Zeke Montgomery just had nothing there for Bradley. Over Montgomery. No shot there for Kennedy. And a foul on Kennedy, his first. Now we'll get some action off the bench. Williamson and number 10, Tom Welch, will come back in for Loyola. Spelling Knight and Norris. And what Coach Drew Valentine is doing, he's keeping his players fresh with a healthy lead of 45-29 over Bradley. Roberts has scored 6. Williamson picked his pocket right there, but knocked the ball out of bounds with 15 on the shot clock.
His hands are so quick. I used to talk about guys like him when I coached in Brooklyn. They could take the hubcaps off a moving car.
Leones to the corner. And that shot won't go down for Jason Kemp. Boy, not much is working for Bradley on the offensive end.
They're struggling to find the mark.
Kennedy looking to the outside, and that one got away from Schwieger, but Schwieger got it back. And lets it fly short. Shot clock violation, Bradley ball. And we'll take a timeout here with 15:34 left in the second half. Arch Madness, the Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament in St. Louis.
People assume these photo shoots are easy.
Just like they assume they can't afford great insurance. But State Farm has rates that fit any budget.
What?
Can I get a profile?
All in the core.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Are you ready for this sports season? The licensed clinical experts at SSM Health Physical Therapy are. Don't let aches, pain, or an injury keep you from watching your favorite team compete or participating in your favorite activities. Trust our physical therapists to help you feel better, faster, and to get you back to the things you love. With many convenient locations throughout the community, SSM Health Physical Therapy is here to help you heal. To schedule an appointment today, go to ssmphysicaltherapy.com and experience the power of physical therapy.
It's more than an attraction. It's a destination.
Spend a day doing it all.
Can we go for a ride? That's amazing! So where's this?
It's all here at St. Louis Union Station.
Plan your visit at stlouisunionstation.com.
Since 2011, the aroma coming from the corner of 9th and Lafayette and Soulard wakes the neighborhood. It's a daily ritual, born out of the love of barbecue. Low and slow mastery at its best to create an unforgettable experience. Barbecue enthusiasts from near and far anxiously await. Some say it's life-changing. And we'd have to agree.
Well, the teams have combined to go 1 for 9 from the field to start the second half, and Roberts has the only field goal by the Bradley Braves, who trail 45-29. We would like to talk about today's State Farm MVC Scholar Athlete of the game, Loyola's Tate Hall. Hall has a 3.69 grade point average while pursuing a master's in human resources and employee relations. For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Our game features 5 members of the Missouri Valley Scholar Academic teams, Chris Knight and Tate Hall for the Ramblers, and Rink Mask, a first-teamer for Bradley, along with Ari Boya and Ville Tavanainen. And the first year Brian Wardle coached at Bradley, he had all freshmen. He showed up in classes, sitting in the front row to make sure his players were on time and in class. He doesn't have to do that anymore because the word got out, you go to school.
Create the culture. That's what he did.
That's exactly what he did, and he's very, very proud of his 3 players on the all-academic teams, the scholar athlete teams in the Missouri Valley Conference, and the same can be said for all of the members in the Valley on those teams. First team, second team, and honorable mention. Loyola's ball leading 45-29. How about the ball fake and Tom Welch scoring his second field goal. He has 6 total points.
Drew Valentine wanted a foul on Boya after the play. Jerry Pollard didn't like what he said. Gave him the technical. Let's take another look at it. I don't know how much contact. He just goes right by him.
Leon's at the line, shooting the free throw.
You could see why Coach Valentine was a little bit upset. You got a guy coming down. You got to let him land clean.
And 1 out of 2 on the technical free throws. 5 points for Leon's. And it's Bradley's ball, trailing 47-30. That was an impressive move on the baseline there for Tom Welch.
Well, that was the second time that Boya closed out way too hard. Welch showing his ability to put the ball on the floor.
Roberts has scored 1 field goal in the second half. Mast a total of 7. Those came in the first half. Leons with the ball fake out high. And Hickman, the freshman. Zeke Montgomery in the lineup as well for Bradley. Hickman running into some resistance and stepping on the midcourt line. Backcourt violation. Montgomery could not walk the tightrope. Let's go to Tom Ackerman.
John, Drew Valentine knows his team has to go 3-0 here to get to the NCAA tournament. There was a chance of being an at-large team as the season went along, but they don't have that mentality now. And immediately on his mind coming into Arch Madness, a way to get over the disappointment of not winning the regular season title. That overtime loss to Northern Iowa kept them from doing that. Valentine said disappointed would definitely be the word, but that they can't feel sorry for themselves if they didn't win the league. He tells his players they have to believe in themselves. He tells himself the same thing. First-year coach, and he says he went into this tournament with the confidence that he can be a good postseason coach. John, a win today. They get that rematch with Northern Iowa.
All right, thank you, Tom. And what a game that was last Saturday. 102-96 in overtime. UNI winning the regular season championship with that victory.
I know coaches don't like to leave anything to chance, but I would disagree with him on that. I think if they can knock off Northern Iowa, the regular season champion, in the semis, get to the finals, if they were to lose to Missouri State in the finals, I think they can still get in that large bid based on their non-conference record and the fact that Missouri State has the second best net ranking in this conference. So I know Drew Valentine, in his mind, you have to win the conference, but I think there is still a chance for them to get an at-large bid.
Hickman taking the inbounds pass after the Schwieger foul. Hickman with a nice shot in heavy traffic. He has 7. 47-32 Loyola. And full court pressure for the Braves now on the Ramblers. Schwieger coming into the front court against Hickman. Knight looking to create. 10 on the shot clock. Schwieger with the spin on Hickman. And the basket goes. 10 for Schwieger.
Brian Wardle wants to travel. And take another look at that. I think Brian Wardle may be right on this. Let's watch Schwieger's feet. Oh, that's a definite travel. That is a definite travel. I know some people would say, announcers would say, oh, that's a Euro step. That's not even close to being a Euro step. That is just a missed call by the officials.
And the free throw for Schwieger gives him a 3-point play out of it. And 11 points in today's game here at Arch Madness.
Schwieger takes advantage nevertheless. One coach happy, one coach not.
It's usually the way it works. You had the officials agree with you yesterday.
That was just yesterday. Today is a different story.
It's a whole new day. Out of bounds. 14 on the shot clock here for Bradley. MVC fans, the conference has announced the single session ticket discount offers for Arch Madness 2022. The Family Fun Pack, American Heroes, and Hoops Hooky offer a few that you can be found at archmadness.com. Get your tickets right now at archmadness.com and join us here at the Enterprise Center. And in the scramble for the loose ball, it is a held ball. The possession arrow will send it the other way. That is with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Back into the lineup, Jason Kent for the Bradley Braves, and over to the sideline, Tavanainen. Loyola's ball. After a good start for Bradley right out of the gate today, Rich, Loyola took over and scored on like 7 of the next 8 possessions, and it has been Loyola's game ever since then, early in the first half.
Offensively, they've been efficient. Defensively, they have been suffocating.
They have been. Hands everywhere. Good save there by Williamson. Williamson stepping back, letting it go, and scores a 3-ball. His second 3-point field goal. 10 points for Williamson. He averages 14 a game. Mikey Howell. And a foul inside where Roberts trying to get to the basket.
I'd like to see that one again, too.
Second foul on Williamson.
Watch Williamson come in. Ooh, that's a lot of ball. But I will say this, it is the tendency of an official when a player reaches in and slaps downward, the tendency is to make the call. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Big walk out, Hall in for Loyola. One more shot here for Terry Roberts, who scored 7 today. Roberts a 68% free throw shooter, 2 for 2 there. Again, full court pressure for the Braves. Kennedy and Williamson in the backcourt. Norris, all three very good ball handlers. Williamson, he is just tough. So is Roberts. Feeding ahead, and Leons wasn't really expecting that pass and trying to gather it in. That's out of bounds. We have 11:56 to go in the second half. The number 4 seed leads 53-34 against Bradley at Arch Madness.
With Home Chef, you're home free when you're craving a home-cooked meal. Our oven-ready meal kits are easy to make and even easier to love. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meet simple. Get 10 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home.
So cute! 5 different frames from Warby Parker.
Oh, this one's better.
Ooh. Ah. Hey.
The virtual try-on is perfect. Like, they look like they're on my face. Like, look at this. Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keeper.
I think these are the one. Ooh, these look good.
That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
It was crazy. It was madness. It was really dark. I was really scared.
The first warning came in just after 8. The tornado was in the middle of the building at 8:27 p.m.
When I went around to the back, that was completely destroyed. It looked like somebody just blew out the whole back area.
I ran into my bathtub, turned on Grant Miller. He said, confirmed tornado touchdown in Naperville.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
I'm Lonzo Ball, and you're watching the only home for the Bulls, MVC Sports Chicago.
Well, the Braves had 10 3-balls the last time these two teams met. Only 3 so far today, and Loyola's defended the three-point line, leading 53-34. Today's Missouri Valley Conference score schedules a presentation of Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Trust in tomorrow. And that's what has taken place so far here in the tournament, as we have Illinois State with a win yesterday. Valpo won, but Northern Iowa beat Illinois State in our first game today, and Loyola is leading 53-34 with 11:56 to go here in the second half. Still to come, Valparaiso, Missouri State, Southern Illinois, and Drake in our 2 games tonight at Arch Madness in St. Louis. Last time these two teams met, Loyola lost 68-61 at Bradley. And Loyola won in overtime in the game in Chicago on January 8th, 78-71.
Bradley showing zone for the second time. They played at the last possession of the first half. But if you're going to play zone, you got to be able to take away the interior of the offense. But Tate Hall, terrific finish in the paint.
He has 5 points. Here's Mikey Howell. Masked. Too strong on the 3 attempt. And the ball is out of bounds and will stay with Bradley. Also, the last time these teams met, Bradley had 5 players in double figures. Leons, Howell, Montgomery, Roberts, Tavanainen. No one in double figures so far today.
They haven't done the two things they needed to do. Take care of the basketball. They have 13 turnovers. Get some second chance points. They only have 2.
Mast. Rebound inside Leons to Mast, and he is fouled. As Kennedy left his feet, Marquise commits his second foul. He was trying to touch the Raptors.
Watch Mast. He's going to cover up. He knows something's coming.
Oh,
he's clocked in the head. I know Braden Norris may have taken the worst of that one. That's part of what coaches mean when they say we need our players flying around. Marquise Kennedy took flight on that foul.
We're checking with the scores table right now. 17 fouls on Loyola. So 1-1 here for Mast and Bradley.
John, 2 positive things can happen now that you're in the bonus. Number 1, obviously you score with the clock stopped, but it also gives you an opportunity to set up your full court pressure. So we'll see if Bradley can take advantage, claw their way back.
2 free throws for Rick Mast. And he has 9 points today for Bradley. Mast will get a break as Ariboya, number 1, comes back in. And the full court pressure for Bradley on Loyola. Inside 11 minutes to go in the second half. Here's Williamson with 10 on the shot clock. Uguak with the bump, and he scores. He was able to get past Tavanainen and score.
It's the case where Tavanainen, as soon as he felt the pressure, he should have hit the deck.
Roberts for 3. Short. Norris ahead to Uguak. And the steal there for Tavanainen. Delay will bring the ball up the floor now for the Braves with 10 minutes to go in the second half. Mikey Howell couldn't score. Trying to go underneath and off the glass. And the ball belongs to Loyola. Hickman back in. Roberts will get a break for Bradley. Bradley just can't get things clicking, Rich.
Credit that to the defense by Loyola. They have made Bradley play in the half court this entire contest. And they have kept the ball in front, challenged shots. That's a recipe for shutting down your opponent.
And Loyola has gone deep with over 20 points today off the bench. Schwiger has provided 11 of those. He just came back in a moment ago, takes the pass right there. He's looking to edge to the point total and cannot because Boya. He got to the baseline, got to the rim. Howell in the front court now for the Braves. Relay Tavanainen. Malabai Leons. Howell. Howell off the glass, too strong. Too much on that shot. And here's Ryan Schwiger for Loyola. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Bounce pass low. Good hands Williamson. Bounce pass for Knight. Back around it comes. They don't let the ball stay very long in their hands either.
Doesn't get stuck.
2 on the shot clock. And a long 3 missed by Lucas Williamson. Hickman for 3. Got it. He has 10. First field goal in the last 5+ minutes.
Beautiful drive by Leons. Pulled the defense to the baseline, freeing up Hickman.
Hickman all alone. He shoots 37% behind the arc. And we have a timeout with 8:17 to go here in the second half. Arch Madness UNI won the first game of this quarterfinal Friday, and Loyola is leading this one 57-39 as we have 8:17 to go in the second half in St. Louis, Missouri.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
There's a place that still remembers what it means to be a man. A place that remembers tradition, integrity, standards. A place that remembers that sometimes the man everyone depends on needs a place of his own to depend on. Hair Salon, built on the belief that men deserve better.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support. For life. Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
Welcome back to Enterprise Center. Loyola leading Bradley by 18 with 8:17 to go in the ball game. Some news out of Illinois State just an hour after the Redbirds lost in their quarterfinal game. They announced a new head coach, athletic director Kyle Brennan making the announcement. Ryan Peden, an Ohio State assistant coach, spent some time with Chris Holtmann, not only at Ohio State, but came over from the Butler staff with Holtmann, previously an assistant at Illinois and also at Toledo. You see some of his other stops there. Peden, well regarded around college basketball, one of the top assistants in the game. He is the 20th head coach in Illinois State history, succeeding Dan Muller, and he will be introduced Monday at Redbird Arena in an 11 a.m. news conference, and fans are invited to attend.
All right, thank you, Tom. And with the steal and the breakaway, Roberts has 10 points. Which team with two players in double figures now?
Getting a little frustration out. All right, congratulations to Ryan Peden at Illinois State. Had a terrific career at College of Worcester under the legendary Steve Moore. The Fighting Scots.
Illinois State falling to the #1 seed UNI in our first game today. Schwieger going back door. Kennedy with the dunk. Schwieger with the assist.
All right, I got to give Corey Oshikaya a little round of applause after that Marquise Kennedy dunk. He's the head athletic trainer for Loyola. Got him healthy.
Max has that ram off to Marquise Kennedy. Kennedy playing for the first time in 9 games after a hamstring injury. And the Ramblers went 5-3 during those 8 missed games.
Talk about coaches and assistant coaches, but those athletic trainers, a good one is worth their weight in gold.
That training room is not a fun place to be when you're trying to come back from an injury either.
Corey does a terrific job.
The good ones get their players back on the court, back on the field. Kennedy. The ball hit the rim right as time ran out on the shot clock. Zeke Montgomery to the front court now for Bradley. We come down to 6.5 minutes left in the second half. And a foul on a reach in by Kennedy. For Kennedy, it's his 3rd foul. But Kennedy has made a good showing today. Schwieger has been scoring there. He gets an assist, and Kennedy has scored 7. His return from an injury. We'll be back.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Whether it's buzzer beaters,
puts one up at the buzzer,
big celebrations, or an electric atmosphere, we've got it all in the Valley. We've got some of the best. We mean the best. Women's basketball in the nation.
And the postseason starts here
at Hoops in the Heartland. We'll see you in the Quad Cities.
Visit MVCQuadCities.com for ticket information.
From Des Plaines and Calumet City to Hammond and Waukegan, NBC5 Responds and Telemundo Chicago Responde have a legacy of working to solve your consumer problems.
We're proud to have helped thousands of people in every neighborhood.
From taking your calls at our unique Ask the Experts event to listening to you out in the community, we're working together to solve your consumer problems in English and Spanish.
Never forgetting the only problem that matters is yours.
Contact NBC5 Responds. We're here to help.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
You know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
Yeah, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, anything, you need to tell an adult, someone you know and trust. That can be hard, but speaking up about a problem is what helping a friend is all about.
In downtown St. Louis, so download the Arch Madness app presented by Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. The app has all the information you need to know about the tournament schedule, hotel accommodations, and other fun events during the tournament. Download the app on your Android or iOS device. That's the Arch Madness app presented by Great Southern Bank. Well, Rich, as we look over some of the points of the game, turnovers, points off turnovers, 20-8 in favor of Loyola. Points in the paint, 28-22, Loyola. Second chance points, 4-4. Free throw there for Roberts. Fast break points, 15-3, Loyola. Bench scoring, 24-7, Loyola. 59-42, Loyola's leading this one.
34 minutes of domination, I would say, from hearing those numbers. They have controlled the glass. They have forced turnovers. They have forced rush shots. Bradley shooting a season low right now from the field.
Boy, Schwieger using the off arm to create some space. No call. Brian Wardle wanted a foul on that. Didn't get it. Schwieger for 3. He had the look, but off the back iron and down to Connor Hickman. Roberts for the corner. Hickman. Inside 6 minutes left in this one. Roberts chased by Norris, and that shot is short. Brian Schwieger for Loyola to Braden Norris of the Ramblers. Williamson has scored 10 today. And Schwieger has 11 points for the Ramblers. Oh, Norris got the step inside. Roberts was trailing him, and that's the second foul on Terry Roberts. And we talked about how good Loyola is on the defensive end.
Everybody in his stance, everybody protecting the paint. You close on shooters. You're there on the catch. Textbook defense.
And the foul is called against Hickman, and that's his 4th foul. Four for Hickman and 5 fouls on Bradley. Mass comes out to help on Norris. Here's Williamson. Williamson guarded by Montgomery, and Williamson is fouled. When Loyola gets the step, they just charge on to the bucket and take the contact, and if need be, go to the line.
Williamson knew he had the freshman Montgomery on him. A little change of pace. You don't have to be the quickest guy out there, but the ability to change pace to get by the defender. It's exactly what Lucas Williamson did.
11 for Williamson. Our next MVC TV network production continues for March Madness 2022. The 7th-seeded Valparaiso Beacons will play the 2nd-seeded Missouri State Bears. Our next game here tonight at Enterprise Center beginning at 6 o'clock. As Scott Warman will set the table for you. And Williamson missed his second shot. He has 11 points.
It's going to be a fun one. Valparaiso, Kevion Taylor scoring over 2,000 points in his career. Isaiah Mosley, one of the premier scorers in the country.
And a whistle off the ball. Jerry Pollard making the call. Schwieger with his second foul. Rich Oldham, Kevin Lehman will have the call of the first game tonight. And Rich and I will be calling the Drake Southern Illinois game to finish up quarterfinal Friday. And CBS Sportsnet will take over tomorrow, and then CBS over the air on Sunday for the title game. All here at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri. On the free throw line, Jason Kent. He had 15 points, 31 minutes at Loyola. Kent with the miss and the rebound for Tate Hall. Paul has had a solid game today. He scored 5. But the Ramblers as a team have played sensational defense. And we have a foul with Williamson drawing the contact again in the lane, and the foul is on Kent, his third. There are players who just know how to get to the free throw line.
Lucas Williamson, one of them. You know, the 5th-year senior made the decision to come back for one more run at it. One more championship run. You know, he's kind of the unsung guy through the years. I mean, first you had Clayton Custer, Marcus Towns, Cameron Krutwig, the focal point. Last year, the Larry Bird Player of the Year, and Lucas Williamson, in some respects, never got his full due. And he came back this year, and he certainly has proven to be one of the best players in Loyola basketball history.
Well, he does so many things well. We talk about what a great defender he is, but to shoot the 3-ball, mid-range jumper, the way he passes the ball, and accelerates when they get the turnover down to the basket. Here's Tavanainen. Too long on that shot. And who's there again? Tate Hall.
When you talk about the evolution of this Loyola program, their upward trend started for Porter Moser when Milton Doyle, a Chicago kid, transferred home. Lucas Williamson comes in as a freshman, made it fashionable to stay home, and then Marquise Kennedy, the next one in line from Chicago to stay home. Try and sustain that tradition of success.
And we have a timeout. Kennedy, returning from injury, has scored 9 points today, 8 and 9 with that basket right there, as the Ramblers are rambling on here in St. Louis.
Assuming all NBA players want rings. It's like assuming State Farm doesn't have great rates.
Why do we have coasters if nobody gonna use them?
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Siteman Cancer Center is proud to be among a select group to receive the National Cancer Institute's highest rating, exceptional. We're honored and more driven than ever. Our focus is forward as we lead the fight against cancer, looking deeper and reaching higher with breakthrough research, clinical trials, and prevention programs. When you need world-class world-class cancer care. Put your trust in Washington University physicians at Siteman Cancer Center.
When you give the gift of Metro Transit, let's go! You're opening up a whole world of possibility. Hop aboard and see the sights, or set your sights on a St. Louis adventure. Give the gift of possibility with the Metro Transit Pass today.
Show the world what it means to be a fan at Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Tackle hair loss with topical finasteride and minoxidil spray. This one-of-a-kind 2-in-1 treatment from Hims can help stop hair loss and grow new hair. You can get it prescribed online and delivered for free if it's right for you. Get started today at 4hims.com.
In 2021. And then Loyola and Bradley defeated the other once during their title runs, with Loyola winning a semifinal game in 2018, Bradley winning a semifinal matchup in 2019. But together they have covered the last 4 Arch Madness championships. And today Loyola looks like a champion, playing Bradley to the tune of 64-43 inside 4 minutes left in the second half. A very well-rounded game today for the Ramblers.
They are playing like a team with a chip on their shoulder.
More defense right there, anticipating passes. They have been moving feet, hands, interrupting what Bradley has been trying to do inside and out. A nice steal there by Roberts. And Roberts scores, giving it 14.
And Braden Norris wants to foul. Yeah, it just happens to be one of those times where Roberts picks your pocket.
Hall to inbound against full court pressure. And Knight trailed by Mast. Hall gets it across the line. Going down to 3 minutes to go. UNI won earlier, 78-65 over Illinois State. UNI advances to a record of 19-10. Regular season champions for the Valley Coach of the Year, Ken Jacobson. Rebound by Chris Knight. The Ramblers are here, they're there, they're everywhere.
Chris Knight on the offensive glass. Porter Moser dipping into the Ivy League for 2 guys who have made an impact on this program this year. Schwieger and the aforementioned Knight.
And Mast, getting his hands on the ball, is fouled. So Mast will go to the line. The foul is on Knight, his second. Loyola is at 10 fouls, 7 for Bradley in the second half. So just 2:37 away for Loyola's rematch against UNI at 2:30 tomorrow on CBS Sports Network. Mast averages 11.6 a game, and he has scored 10 today. He averaged 13 points, 10.5 rebounds in the 2 games in the regular season against Loyola. 11 for Mast. He goes to the bench. Number 1, Ari Boya back in. And number 1 for Loyola, Williamson, inbounding to Chris Knight. 64-47. And early in the first half, Loyola just took command of this game.
They have played like the veteran team that they are. I mean, look at this group. Basically have 5 guys out there who are in grad school.
Schwieger for 3 off the pass from Norris, and that loops out. Connor Hickman for Bradley. Leons giving it up for the attempt by Montgomery. And here comes Williamson. How big a lift was it to have Marquise Kennedy back in this game for Loyola?
Huge. Huge. What happens with him is his ability to get to the rim, shake things up. He's another good defender as well. It takes the pressure off shooters. So now all of a sudden Schwieger is getting more open looks. Williamson gets an open look. Norris the same. And that's how important he is to this program. Plus, he is an experienced player, another guy who has been through the wars of the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
In for Loyola, number 0, St. Thomas, a freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. Hall on the free throw line now. That's popped toward midcourt. There's Roberts. Leons with the miss. And that is poked back to St. Thomas. Hall in the front court now for the Ramblers. Tom Welch has played well today. Hall has had a good game. Schwieger along the sideline with 10 on the shot clock. Ty Johnson is number 2. Low. Johnson gets an assist as Welch has 8 points.
That's a heck of a catch by Welch. Doing his Travis Kelce impersonation. That was a bullet.
Roberts will shoot a 3-ball. And he is fouled by number 2, Ty Johnson. Our play of the game is brought to you by Great Southern Bank. Understanding what really matters.
One of the best assist teams in the country. 15+ assists. Kennedy backdoor. Schwieger reads the overplay. Beautiful pass.
That's our play of the game. 15 now for Terry Roberts. 66-48 Loyola. 46 seconds left.
You look at this Bradley group that's out there right now. I know Brian Wardle is not happy this afternoon. But when you see Roberts, who will be back, Leons in his first year, Montgomery a freshman, Hickman a freshman, the future is very bright for these Bradley Braves.
And the Braves came into this tournament winning 9 of the last 12 games. Thomas in the front court.
The only senior out there, Ari Boya. Good to see him get a chance to play. You mentioned it earlier, how many injuries he's had through his career at Bradley. And it's always the tough thing for a young man, but he's battled it through. He's handled the adversity. He'll take that Bradley degree and be a tremendous ambassador for the Braves.
The foul on Roberts is 3rd, sending Ty Johnson to the free throw line. Johnson is 3 out of 6 from the free throw line this season. Freshman from Chicago. 27.3 to go, and then tomorrow will be a rematch of Loyola and UNI. Here's Zeke Montgomery to the front court for the Bradley Braves. Montgomery looking for help, and there's Hickman. Boya couldn't get the ball, and here's Loyola. St. Thomas over to Johnson to run out the clock, and Loyola advances 66-50. And a rematch of what turned out to be the title game for the regular season championship when UNI won in overtime up in Cedar Falls. UNI and Loyola at 2:30 tomorrow. Our players of the game are a presentation of State Farm, a proud partner of the Missouri Valley Conference. For surprisingly great rates, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Mass got into double figures today, a double-double with 11 points and 13 rebounds. And Lucas Williamson was a terrific leader again. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. And he's leading the receiving line as they shake hands at midcourt after the Ramblers beat the Braves.
Forget about the numbers for Lucas Williamson. It's the intangibles. He set the tone for this Loyola team.
And next, MVC TV Network production continues to March Madness. 8th seeded, or I should say, it's going to be Missouri State, the 2nd seed, against Valparaiso, coming up at 6 o'clock. Please join Scott Warman to get us started tonight. More basketball coming up in a while.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities.